Hey guys, welcome to Shooting Gear Reviews, straight up guns and gear reviews. This morning we're out with a versus video. We've got 22 rimfire versus 22 PCP. Which is more accurate? Which one is more accurate? That's what we're out here this morning to answer. Stay tuned and we're going to find out. We got 50 and 100 yards set up, and I've got some theories about which might come out on top at either of those distances, but the only way to find out is to shoot these guys. Now, what are we shooting this morning? Well, we've got a Marlin Model 795, and this is not just your regular Marlin Model 795. This, of course, is sitting in a beautiful Boyd's custom gun stock. No customizations other than that, but this gun stock really does improve your shooting experience with this Model 795, and it's just cool looking, right? Got this in the zombie killer pattern, and just had to get this guy out this morning for our little versus video. Now over here we've got the GAMO Arrow 22 caliber PCP. This is a very budget-friendly PCP, coming in at under $230, and I think makes a great comparison for putting it up against a rimfire, because with this and a pump, you're looking at about the same amount of money it's going to take you to get going with a rimfire. So which is more accurate? Which is better bang for your buck? You know, I think that maybe this one right here is going to have a subtle advantage at our 50-yard distance, and I'm thinking that the rimfire obviously is going to pull it out at the 100-yard range. Maybe that's what you guys think too. If you agree with me, make some comments down below right now before we get going with this shooting. So try to keep things fair. We're going to be using the same bipod. This is a UUQ, just a cheapie off of Amazon. Pretty nice bipod though. Carbon fiber, really stable, mounts up to the pick rail. So we've got also the ATN X-Sight 5 to 15 right here. Nice lightweight ATN scope, but still, this is the most affordable scope in the ATN line, but still a very nice scope, super clear. 15 power will give us what we need, and of course I can record right in the scope, which is what I need to show you guys what's happening down there at 50 and 100 yards. So that's the setups, same scope, same bipod, two different guns. We've got 50 and 100 yard distances, and this should be fun to see. Which one's more accurate? 22 long rifle or 22 PCP? Let's get shooting. So today, to help speed things up, I actually just threw the scope on and started shooting at 50 yards. And you can see here, I'm actually hitting quite a bit over to the right, but I just kept holding that same aim point and went ahead and shot the group. After I'm done shooting this group here at 50 yards, I'll stop and I'll take a minute to get the scope dialed in before I shoot the 100-yard group. So here I am getting the ATN dialed in, and this is one of the things I really love about the ATN is that when you're getting this scope sighted in, it gives you two reticles. So you can hold one where you were aiming and move the other one to where you were hitting. Essentially, that's what you're doing on any scope, but normal scopes, you don't have two reticles to make this process so easy. That's just one of the many number of reasons why I always make sure to use my ATN when I'm recording these videos. All right, now here we are with the 100-yard shooting. Now you notice I'm, of course, holding way over, but see, I did hit down there actually just about at the bullseye. So obviously with an air gun doing just shy of about 800 feet a second, you're going to have a much more significant drop per se than you would with a 22 rimfire shooting over 1,000 feet a second, but I think that kind of goes without saying. So let's just see how this pans out for accuracy. So far I've got all three right there on the bullseye. Of course, that one went high. All right, now here we are with the Marlin Model 795 in that beautiful Boyd's custom gun stock. Today we're shooting some CCI. These are the high velocity round nose. And I did the same thing here. I just threw the scope directly from the AIRGUN right onto the Marlin here. Didn't sight it in, but I'm shooting this group here at 50 yards, holding the same aim point, and I'll go ahead and get it sighted in once I'm done with these 5 shots. So I had just thrown the scope on to the GAMO Arrow, and I thought, well, let's see where it hits. I aimed up about there, and I noticed I was hitting there. So I just held that same aim point, aimed right there, and put 5 shots right there like that. Now, if you take out maybe that one little exception there, that 5-shot group totally trumps this 5-shot group down here, which I shot using the 22 rimfire. Now, even if you leave this shot in, this group totally trumps this group right here, which, same thing, just threw the scope directly from the AIRGUN right on, and I was actually aimed just right there, dead center, and shot this 5-shot group down here, which that does not surprise me. That's about what I would have expected out of a rimfire at 50 yards. So to make our test today just that much more complete, because that's how I like to do things here on Shooting Gear Reviews, I'm going to use a different 22 long rifle and a different AIRGUN. We're going to shoot another 50-yard group and another 100-yard group, just so that we can get a little bit more of a flavor of the type of results you can expect from a 22 versus 22. All right, so there's our 50-yard results with the 22 long rifle with that little bit longer barrel. Not much different, really, in result-wise, between the two 22 long rifle guns, but we did have 2 of them, so we tested them both today. Here's the group we got using that Daystate Wolverine HPR. At 50 yards, not really too much different than a $200 gun. And that's like over a $2,000 gun. But I bet you once we stretch it to 100, we're going to see a major difference. All right, so 100-yard results with the 22 long rifle. Looks like we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. By my count, 10 shots right there. Now, 22 air rifle. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. A little bit bigger of a spread. Not by much. I mean, if we take out these couple of flyers here, look at that center concentration there. Take out these couple of flyers here. Look at this center concentration there. I mean, that's not too far apart from one another. I think the biggest factor in a difference like this on a day like today is really just that we do have a slight breeze right now. It's a little bit breezy out. I wouldn't call it windy, but at 100 yards, when you're pushing a 25 grain pellet versus a 40 grain bullet, you're definitely going to see a lot more of that wind drift right there, right to left. Whereas, 40 grainers not going to get pushed around by this breeze as much. But guys, accuracy wise, there's not a whole lot of difference really anymore between what you can do with a 22 caliber air rifle and a 22 long rifle. I think I demonstrated that 2 times today with 2 different sets of guns, shooting them both at 50 yards and 100 yards. Hopefully this helps answer some questions out there for you guys. You know what? If you like this video today and you want to see an air gun that is like way more accurate than both of these 22 long rifles, check this one out right up here. We got the American Air Arms Paradigm 30 cal smacking at 100 yards like that. Go check it out. It's right here. I'll see you guys over there.